Hello, Algebra 1 students. We're going to go over the Chapter 8 review together. I want to talk about number 1, 2, and 3 and how they are different than number, where are they? 16, 17, 18, and 19. All right, going back to number 1, 2, and 3. They are monomials, which means they're one term. Nothing is added or subtracted with each other. Everything is just multiplied, one after another. In order to do 1, 2, and 3, you have to not be lazy and write them out. So I'm going to write out number 1 for you. X to the 4th, y squared, z to the 4th. I'm going to multiply that by x to the 7th. Yikes, I'm going to have to write x 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Y cubed, running out of room, and z. All right, then what you need to do is count up how many you have. You have total 11 x's, so you have x to the 11th. And you have 5 y's, so y to the 5th. And then z to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. Another way of doing this problem is you could have looked up here at the exponents and you just add them. 4 plus 7 is 11, 2 plus 3 is 5, and 4 plus 1 is 5. So again, write them out. Do not be lazy. The same is true for number 4, 5, and 6. Write them all the way out. I should comment on number 6. When you do write out all of the 3's, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, and then write 3 11 times. I am not going to do that. But when you do that, you have more 3's left over on the bottom than on the top, and therefore you have a 1 over 3 to the 7th. When you don't have anything upstairs left over, remember it is a 1. All right, let's switch gears here and talk about number 8, 9, 10, 11. These also you can't be lazy and you need to write out, but they're dealing with division, so sometimes there are things to cancel. Let's look at number 9. Write this out. Oops, let me get back to this. Write this out 2 times. Once. Twice. Cancel some a's, and then multiply. 3 times 3 is 9. Over a times a is a squared. Number 10, that negative 3 flips the entire fraction. So instead of 5y over y to the 4th, we have y to the 4th over 5y. And then you need to cube that, so write it 3 times and multiply it all the way across. Okay, degree in 12 and 13. That's just the biggest exponent you're dealing with, or the biggest sum of the exponents. So for example, number 13, x to the 4th, y to the 1st, x squared. 4 plus 1 plus 2 is a degree of 7. All right, write the terms in descending order with respect to x. What that means is that you're just going to pay attention to the x's and nothing else. So here's an x to the 1st, x cubed, no x's right here in this term, none of them, and an x to the 4th. So the first term needs to be the 6x to the 4th, yz squared, because that's the highest, and then x cubed, y cubed, z, because that's the next highest, x, and then 3x, that's a plus, 3xy, and then finally minus 5y, because it doesn't have any x's at all. Lastly, quick review of adding and subtracting, and then quick review of the box method, which you guys are actually really, really good at. All right, so adding, you're going to find like terms. So the negative 2x squared is a like term by itself. There's nothing else to combine with it. But the 8x and the 4x can combine to be 12x. And then the 5 is by itself as well. So again, looking for like terms, anything with the same variable. Also, though, remember it has to be the same exponent as well. Number 18, when you're subtracting, you're again going to combine like terms, but you have to remember to distribute ba-doop, 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 that negative, and then combine like terms. Now, weird like terms are in this one because 2 8xy and 9xy are actually like terms together. It doesn't matter what you write first. I'll probably write the x's first here. So 2x and positive 5x because I've distributed that negative 7x. Then maybe I'll do the xy's now. Get a different color here. That and that. Again, I've distributed the negative to the 9, so it's a positive. So negative 2 plus 9 is plus 7xy. And then finally, negative 3. Oh, let me change color. Green, go green. All right, negative 3y. And negative 4 because I have distributed, so I'm going to have negative 7y. Lastly, box method. So for this guy here, number 20, you're going to create a box. It's going to be a 3-column guy in one row. So you're going to have negative 3x squared on the outside there, and then the 2x cubed minus 5x plus 1 on the inside. We're going to go over this in class, or we did go over this in class already for these problems, so I'm actually not going to go any farther because you guys actually are rocking out the box method, and I don't want this video to be too long. Although I do want to talk about number 23. Please remember to write it out 2 times and then use the box from there. Otherwise, I think you guys are golden. See you tomorrow.